Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thanks for joining me today. So I'm playing with this suite at the moment. So we've got sports events dies, and you know I love my tickets. The Biggest Fan stamp set, they go together. It's just that stamp and that stamp that actually has a die to cut it out, and the rest of sentiment obviously. When I was buying it, I knew I wanted the twine, I knew I wanted the paper, I knew I wanted that. These resin star embellishments also come in the suite, so I just chucked them in as well. I haven't actually used them. I have only made one. I've used the dies a lot, and I've shown how I cut out this page of tickets. So you get two of these pages, and I cut them all out of one sheet, and then I demonstrated it just on the tickets there. So I've still got this sheet to cut out, which I will of course do, but I have actually only made one actual project, which is this one, and I have literally just finished this. You will have seen this already. I'll just do a quick little flick. It's going in the post, so this is my last chance really of showing it on camera. So it's a little notebook, and so I used one sheet of 12 by 12 to make the cover. I was inspired by a junk journal creator, Scrapbooking with E, and yeah, and so I used loads of elements from this set, the dies, the paper. So I cut out these elements on different sheets to create lots of pockets. Well, I didn't use these elements, tags for the pockets, and you know I've even got a pull there, and I used the helmet there as the pull for that. And the video I watched didn't have a notebook in it. It was just that with your two pockets and that. It was just a tuck into a journal or sending happy mail or what have you. And I chose to put some note paper in it. I used the twine for the binding. So this one's got that as the ring pull, which is in the paper. I've absolutely no idea what that is, how that relates. And so the tie is caught under all of these bits, and we've got tags there again. So yeah, it kind of put me in mind of old vintage suitcases that have their travel stickers stuck to it. I quite liked the fact that it's a bit of a mess and busy. I liked that. So all the stuff's here. I've done lots and lots of die cutting, fussy cutting. Well, actually not so much fussy cutting. Used my scan and cut to cut all these elements out. And they're just here on my desk. And I thought, rather than tidy them away, why don't I make myself some masculine cards? So that's what I do. I might do some cards. I might do a box to keep them in. I don't know. I've no idea what I'm doing. There we go. Putting that to one side. So I've got all the bits. So that one I die cut. And then these were cut with the scan and cut. So there is, so I like to, when I use my scan and cut, I don't use a margin. And so they're not as smooth, the edges. They've got, I don't know if you can see, but it's because the edges are not smooth, they've got like these white bits, and so the scan and cut looks for an outline, so it might go down there. You can see on this one a bit better, it'll dip down. So I did do some pencil lines on some of the bits, but not other than others. And actually I don't mind, because if it's a flag blown in a wind, it will fray over time. So got all them, got my little tickets, that I die cut using the die. So I say I've only done the one sheet, and I cut half a sheet of these elements with my scan and cut. I put a border on these because on some of them it wasn't picking up the edges, and so by saying I want a border with it, it cut them out much better than if it didn't have a border. Some of them, on some of the helmets, it was going in a gap if the line wasn't quite so great, so didn't like that. And then I cut out a load of these #1s, that's in the die set. So as well as cutting that out, you've got a hashtag and you've got a 1. I can't actually pick up. There we go. There's some hashtags that have come out and the number 1. So it's like that's like a 2-for-1 die. So yeah, so they're all ready. So it's all sort of, I'm all good to go really. And I've got some of the bigger ones of these as well cut, and I've stamped and die cut on this as well, so that could get backed on, which is what I've done in my little booklet. So I could use these as well, and I've got some little tickets with the backs on, so they could go on the back if I did something a little bit interactive that I was making a pocket with, pulling out. And I've got me long row of tickets. Have I got a couple of those? I think I might have only did a couple of those, and I stuck one on the front of the book there. Oh, and I stamped the Hope Your Day's a Grand Slam, and then I fussy cut it. So so yeah, so I've got quite a bit to sort of pick from in me making. Got a little triangular offcut. That's the only bit of waste from the 12-12 sheet I used for this, and this is the bit that's come off the corner there. So let's get started. So I've got some thick, very vanilla here that I've cut in half, scored in half, standard C6 card here in the UK. So we've got some lovely papers here that we can use for backgrounds. I'm not going to use that sheet, although that is a lovely sheet. I'm not going to use it. I have the in colour paper stacks, so I love that stripe. I love it. So I've only used half of this. There's a few bits left on that the scan and cut. Sometimes it doesn't read everything that well. So I'm thinking I might do a card blank out of that. So let's just cut this down to a card blank. Do I want it to go that way or that way? If I go that way, I could get 3 card maps out of it. Let's do it. So I'm cutting this at 5 5/8. If you're in the US, you'd cut this at 5 1/4 to map yours. There we go. And I only guessed on my scan and cut where to stop, and I stopped perfectly. Well, I didn't guess actually. I told it to just scan in to 12 by 6, so it wasn't a guess actually, Jez. So now I'm going to 3 7/8. If you were in the US, you'd be going to 4, wouldn't you? Yeah, because yours is, you're 8 1/4. No, you're 8 1/2, so you're 4 1/4, aren't you? So yeah, you'd be going to 4. We're slightly smaller. So there we go. That makes a nice background, I think. I'm not going to cut the others up, because I'm going to leave that at that for now. And I'll stick this in a scraps bit. So this, let's look at the other sheets. this sheet I've got a plan for. I've got 2 of them. I've got a plan for both of them. So those are getting dismissed for use. Obviously the one with all the tickets is getting cut out. So I've got this sheet, so I quite like that. That's not bad. I could do a card out of that. And actually I really like that as a bit of a sunburst card. So if I cut that out and cut me mats, I could have that as a mat. So I might do that. So I've got another sheet of that. I've got some more flags I could use. The other side is this. I could do Harvey Harvey again with that one. There's a bit of me that thinks it's going to make, I'm going to make another one of these. So I might not use that, but I do fancy that little starburst there. So glue's just gone for a Burton. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut that down. Ready. So cutting down the same size. Now I want that as a card blank. Now you're going to get 1, 2, you only get 3 in, so I could quite happily cut that down as a card blank, because that's quite nice, and that one down there, and that's the one that I want. You're the one that I want. And on this one I really like that faded bit there. That would take that off. Yeah, gonna do that. Actually I'm not going to cut that, I'm going to leave it, because I've now cut that. I could do that as a card blank actually, couldn't I? There. Kind of setting myself up to make 3 cards. So one of these I might do that way. Setting myself up to make 3 cards. Cut 4, Jess. Can't count. So let me just tidy up a bit. Okay, so I've cleared away and I've had a little play, and I think I've decided on where things are going. So I want to put this somewhere so you can't see it, which is a bit difficult. So that is card number 1. So that is the sort of format that I thought we'd go with. So I'd fussy cut that out, so I figured let's use it. So I've decided to go for the green side on there. I thought celebrate and hope today's Grand Slam. I thought that could be used for lots of things. It could be a birthday. It could be, you know, a new job, going in your exam. I don't know. Maybe it's a sports event that they're taking part in, you know, whatever. So I felt that got a little bit lost. So I took one of these that I had previously stamped and die cut and thought if I stick that behind, that works. And so you've got a ticket going on there, which kind of goes with the sports theme. Then I thought, oh, I could put a ticket at the top there. Hey there, celebrate. Hope today's a Grand Slam. Then I had I thought, oh, I could use my hashtag 1 there. And then I got this row of tickets. Because that gets a little bit lost, I thought if we put a ticket behind, it'll be all right. So I thought it doesn't need all of them, so I might just rip that. I love it. So stick that behind, and that is that. And I thought let's get some green twine, and I'm going to use some stars when we're done, but I thought I might put some twine around there before we stick it all down. So I'm going to speed it up whilst I stick it all down. So that's that first card done. I probably should have put that down a little bit lower, but I managed to squeeze it all in. Top there, added the stars. You may have noticed that 2 of them went pinging off. I did find them. So yeah, that's the first one. Quite happy with how that has turned out. So I'm going to get the next one put together. And so the next one is a red one. So again, I'm going to use a flag. I'm going to use this ticket now. So what I was thinking was I'm going to cover over the invited bit on this, and I'm going to put that over there. So you're number 1, way to go, let's celebrate together. I've got the end of that, which I thought I'd put in there, so that needs all shoving over a little bit. So that is my thoughts on that one. Gonna consult my photograph again to make sure that I haven't just messed it up. No, that is what I was thinking. Actually, I haven't got that ticket on my photo, probably because I had that a little bit more over there and I didn't need it, sort of went there, so it was on the side. Good job I checked my photo, but I could shove this in because it's quite nice. I could stamp a sentiment on that, although I quite like it that it's got let's celebrate together, because then it could do lots of occasions. So yeah, and again I've got red stars and I've got some twine. So I might stick that bit down and then wrap this around. Yeah, might do that so it's a little bit different than the other. So again, I'll do this speeded up. There we are. So that's that one done. So they're quite similar in the setup, and we're gonna continue with that similarity with card number 3. Now there's no twine to match this one, so this one's not going to have any twine, but again we've got there, it's your happy day. I'm going to use that hashtag number 1 again with a ticket behind so we can see it, and then just a games ticket there. Again, quite generic. We'll add some stars afterwards. So I'm going to get this stuck down. So that is that one. So for my final card, I'm gonna mix up some colours. So I'm using that sort of starburst thing, although I'm practically covering it up. Excuse me. And I thought I'd just add the red to it. Hey, let's celebrate best day ever. Could be for numerous things. Going to put a little bit hashtag there, so it's hashtag best day ever. We can use stars, we can use twine, and I'm just trying to think where's the best place to put the twine. I might just do a little bow on that flag. Yeah, I think that could work. I'm I'm thinking it might need something. Have I got a plain ticket that I've not used? I have, but I stamped it in green. I'm just thinking about putting another one behind there. So that is the last card finished. There, I've just shown Ed them and he thinks that's his favourite. So we've got that one. That was his least favourite because he didn't like the colour. We got a nice, bright, fun red one. And then our green one. So hope you like them. Hope you'll be inspired now if you've got this. I was a little bit, I love the paper. I love the tickets, loved the dies, and then it was like, oh, I'm not quite sure what to do with the rest of the paper. So I hope, if you were similar to me, that you've now got some ideas for using this. I've really enjoyed making them, actually, and I actually love them now. So my little twine's just got a little bit, just a bit of movement there. That's better. Okay, I'll link down below to my shop where you can purchase this, and all the pictures will be over on nigezza.co.uk. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do share if you like what I make, and I'll be back soon. And there's my little thing. I just love it. I am really enjoying this. I'm going to crack on and make some more whilst I'm in the mood. Okay, bye for now.